everyone, welcome to my show. Be sure to hit like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch for all my exclusive content. Hello again, Fleet Commanders. Welcome back. Tiberius here with a quick little video for you. Normally I would do this during a live stream, but it just happens to fall in between a couple of days, and I didn't want to miss it. Today I am tearing up for the first time and scrapping my Revenant. And this is, just want to go through the mechanics with everybody, make sure everybody's on the same page, because there is a little bit of a sequence to it. You want to make sure you do it as efficiently as possible so that there's no mistakes and you can get this thing rolling. So right now, here we are tier 4, level 20, maxed out. We're going to do our last component right here, get that upgraded, and we're going to hit the old tier up button. That's going to take 2 days. We're going to speed that up in just a second. In the meantime, make sure that you've done all of your refinery pulls and your continuum. Make sure you've pulled all this stuff, because as soon as it finishes the tier up, it's going to upgrade. Ideally, you'd like to have this one available too for the group armadas, but you know, it's a 7-day cooldown. It's a weekly pull. I'm not going to wait 4.5 days just to get one extra, box pull off of this, because then you'll miss out on 4 days of higher pulls on all the other ones. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up real quick right here. So now it's up to tier 5. Woohoo! We're not going to do any other components. First thing we want to do as well, we're going to go into our refinery again. And now all of our boxes should have reset. Everything reset because we're all tier 5. So now I can go ahead and I can pull as much of the stuff as I can. We'll do a 2-chest pull there. Get a whole bunch of resources and ship components. I can do the group armada pull box. I've got enough currency to do that one. Again, let's get more resources going. That'll really help with things. I can pull some more of the actual resources with the fabricator. Get some nice pulls here. Yeah, you know, nice big chunk of rares and uncommons. No epics, but I mean, hey, if resources are resources, none of this other stuff we can do. Before you scrap it, you have to take it to level 21. Now I could go get 695,000 ship XP, or I could just speed it along. In this case, I'll do that. If you want to take it higher, you can, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. The only thing that happens is you have to get it to 21 before you scrap it, because if you do it at 20, you don't get the skin component you need to take it up to Mark 2. Not even sure if it'll let you do it. Hopefully not. It's not like the Stellar where you can just scrap it whenever you want to kind of thing. You're really only supposed to do it at specific points. If you take it any higher, the only difference is that when you get it, when the scrap is complete and you get the materials back, every level above this you go, you get 10,000 extra ship XP. So I would spend 800,000 here to scrap it and get an extra 10,000 back. Like, not worth it to do it. If you want to take the ship out and go like level, go fight some stuff and stock up on currencies because you don't have enough to do other pulls, I can understand wanting to do that. But before we send it to the scrapper, there's one other thing that we have to do, and it's in the research. Excuse me. Out here in our starship tree, we have all of our different researches and things that that are now unlocked because I got to tier 5 with the ship, including this L. Orin Revenge Strategies right here, which gives me an 800% boost to the loot credits that drop from killing the armadas, the solo armadas, which is a big jump. This requires the ship to be at tier 5. If I don't do this right now and then I scrap the ship, I won't be able to do it until I level the ship all the way back up. And I don't know if I'll have enough currency to do it. I think I get close with what I've got when you upgrade it. But just in case I come up short, we should do this now. So let's free up a research slot. And we're going to do this one right now because this requires tier 5. This one here to get the super highways also requires tier 5. Some of the other ones do as well, but they're not as important. Now it's requiring the ship to be at tier 6 to get more credits. I'm going to take this one because it's right here and I can just do it right now. And that'll save me a little bit of time. I think everything else here should be okay. Increase base cost efficiency. Oh, that's the Sigma materials. Yeah. And this one I don't have enough for. That's actually the one I'm saving up for. So we got the piece of research done that we needed to. Now let's take our ship off. Just throw anything else there. And now we can go into our scrapper. I don't know how long it takes. I don't think it's very long. I think it's a very quick scrap. Revenant, 21, 22 minutes in the scrapper. I get the scan, which lets me rebuild the ship. I'm going to get 20,000 of the components, which will help me leveling it back up. But most importantly, I'm going to get the Mark II gift bundle key, which lets me get the ship skin unlocked. So we're going to do that. We're going to scrap it. We're going to ask for help. And between Alliance helps, that should get it down to just about 0. We're going to show off the skin real fast and what this does. The ship skin, the Mark II Revenant skin here, increases your shots by 10 against the Type 3 and the Polygon Armada, so it's going to make this thing hit a lot more often, which is going to be awesome for it. It also improves your upgrade parts by 500%. So you think to yourself, like, wow, they only gave me 20,000 credits back. Like, that's really weak. Or 20,000 components back for the ship parts. It cost me way more than that to upgrade the ship along the way. Most of the components were 15 to 20,000 a piece. Like, this isn't really going to get me anywhere. But this, reducing it by 500%, is what's going to allow me to bring the ship close to where it was before I scrapped it. And because I'm also operations level 51 or higher, I will now get enhanced research bundles as well. My bundles here in my Continuum store are going to change. Well, there's my superhighway. Let's claim this. That's where you get that. And when I reach Mark II, all of these bundles are going to reset again. We'll head there in just a second. We're already down to 12 minutes. Thanks, guys, for all the helps. Appreciate that. Down to 11 minutes. Fortunately, scrapping isn't something that you can speed up, so you just sort of have to either wait it out the 17 minutes that it would take, or every help will take a minute off. If you have enough members of your alliance or your alliance level is high enough, I think I can get 22 helps per 21 helps. So I can take a full 21 minutes off. So as long as 2 or 3 more people click the help button, we'll be able to finish this scrap up here in just a second. If it takes more than a few seconds, I'll just pause it. All right, took a couple minutes to get the rest of the helps. A bunch of them just came in all at the same time. So there we go. We finished our scrap. We get all of our components back. And now the first thing we want to do is we want to go right in here. We want to go right to this. And it didn't let me unlock it. Maybe I have to rebuild it first. All right, that's interesting. I have to speed that up if that's the case. No. It gave me the hull scan. Is there something now in like the refinery that I have to do with it? Let's figure this out together. Okay, so here we go. Now I go in here back to my Revenant, convert the hull scan that they gave me into my 200 blueprints. That gives me the blueprints to rebuild the ship. I also get this free one-time gift for evolving it up. Okay, so here's the ship skin shards. I also get these bonus fabricator chips for advanced Mark II, a bunch of research particles, and a bunch of other resources, which is pretty nice. Nice big chunk of 5-star epics and stuff here, and some materials. So there's my free gift. Awesome. These haven't reset yet. Now I want to come in here. Now I have my skin. So now we can unlock this. That's going to improve my efficiency on everything. Now it should change my refinery. Hey, look at that, it did. All right, so we've got, this is the Mark II gifts now. Now 30,000 for single chest, 900,000 for double chest. That's pretty steep. Maybe we can kill some bigger stuff and get more of this, but for right now, with these solo armadas, I'm just going to have to do a single chest pull. It's also going to give me now uncommon and rare parts, as well as, you know, speed ups and things, and 6-star mats. It's fairly similar to what I was getting, but... And this is the group armada one. We're talking about 7,000 for the single chest pull, 80,000 for a double. So that's, what, 11 to 1 for the second chest, which is pretty steep. And then you're going up to about 20 to 1 here for the 3 chest pull. Well, 20 to 3. So it's a fairly steep cost for the extra pulls, but you're getting more of the fabricator chips, more of the rare parts. This is where they really want you to, you know, either, you know, pay to grind or skip ahead to get your ship tiered up farther so you can get these bigger pulls, because it is going to save you a lot of other time and stuff like that. And these are my regular fabricator chips, which is what I was already using to get resources. Still getting a nice little assortment of uncommons and rares from these chest pulls, but I think it's 6 stars now included. I was getting just 4 and 5 star before. I think now I'm getting 6 star as well. So this is a nice helping. This is what I'm going to be able to pull daily with the new ship. Plus, I also get these 10 bonus pulls here. Guaranteed. Look at these huge amounts of uncommon and rares, just all guaranteed. All of it. It's not even like a random draw of something. For the next 10 days, I will get a single chest pull of all of this stuff, which for a lot of players is how they really accelerate their growth with G5 rares, G5 epics. Like, how do you get those ships tiered up so quickly? Once, you know, we're seeing that with a lot of newer players, because they're getting all these extra resources from here. If you get 10 days worth of, that's 35,000 rare gas. Like, that's huge. 4,500 epic. Like, that's going to move some, you know, the tiers on an Enterprise D, or get a whole bunch of buildings done. You know, you get, you know, 34,000 rare ore. That's a lot of buildings you're going to get done in your mid 50s, getting closer to 60. So the Revenant is no joke here. Plus, as a G6 player, I'm also getting a bunch of Sigma speed ups, which are pretty hard to come by and expensive. So getting a full 22 hours plus some other smaller ones is also pretty good. And again, that's per day, so that's really going to come in handy. And now I do have to speed the jellyfish up. Okay, let's go ahead here. Let's speed this up. And then we can rebuild our ship. Not that one. Let's go to here. Interceptor. We'll use the new blueprints that I got from the refinery. We'll build this. It says it takes 6 hours. Oh, would you look at that? It only took 3 minutes. 30 seconds. All right, so we're rebuilding our Revenant. Turn the lights on. It's an interesting looking ship. Looks a little more like a transformer each time it evolves. But this is still the base model here. Now, if we bring up our ship, actually, I'll just put it back on this dock for now. Bring back our Revenant. It starts over at level 1. First thing I want to do is I want to go in here, make sure my refit. Yeah, let's apply this. Make it look cooler. What's the difference? Okay, so it's a darker paint job, and it just looks a little fuller, right? It's a little thicker. It's a little more substantial. So let's go ahead and apply that. You don't have to apply it to actually get the benefits, just have to have it unlocked. But now let's see about upgrading it. Remember before I said that a lot of those components were costing like 15,000 a piece? Well, now they're only 1250. And I have 126,000 from doing my components, my refineries. Only able to do the single pulls. So let's see how much that can get me back to where I need to go. We'll tear it up. All right, so these are only like 3,000, just under 3,000 a piece. I don't know if we're going to get it all the way back. It'll be close, but I'm sure if I had more currency stocked up and could have done larger box pulls, I definitely would get there, but might just have to wait until tomorrow. Do my refinery pulls again. 37.50 for these. Okay, so definitely a bit of a savings for sure. The ship's definitely already stronger than it was. Oh, I missed one. Now we're back to tier 4. We might just make it. These are 4,000 apiece, and I had 40,000. I think we're just... Oh, that one's a little more. We had just enough to make it back with 5,000 to spare. And now we can take it all the way back to tier 5. And there we go. Now we actually have a little bit of currency left that I can try and do some upgrades. Now we're into the rares. Okay, so tier 6 here so far is all rare currency, which makes sense because it's a new currency, because it's a new tier and it's a new refinery box, and they don't want you to have a whole bunch of the older materials stocked up and just blow through the next couple of levels. It's like, hey, you just got to this new point, now you're using a new currency, and that'll slow you down. So you can't just take it right to tier 9, tier 10, or whatever, tier 10, and then scrap it again. So now we're back to our next time gate. We'll have to wait. We'll have to keep doing our refinery pulls in here on a regular basis to get these rare parts, which means I'll have to go out and I'll have to use some of those Armada directives and go kill some stuff and be able to move it along. But in the meantime, I'm going to take all the extra currency and the extra rewards I'm going to get, and I'm going to be able to use those on some of my other ships to help them progress along a lot faster than they probably would have been. So that is the whole scrapping loop and mechanic. We can also see here I probably got some additional research available now too, which will come back. And since I did get it all the way back, because I applied the skin first, if I had started upgrading it before applying the skin or unlocking the skin, I would not have had nearly enough currency to do it. So what else can we do? So I have enough. I can do this research. That'll make my other ships a little cheaper. Because let me tell you, those G5 epics take a lot of titanium. So anything you can do to make them cheaper, I say go for it. This will also lower a little bit more cost efficiency, right? A little less crystal gas and ore. Let's save some of that too. And then I think we are... Oh. I never did that one. We'll do that one right now. I think we're out of currency for now, so we'll have to hold off on that for a little longer. All right. Well, I think that should hopefully help all of you with the whole mechanic, making sure you do things in the right order. Of course, if you have any questions, be sure and leave them in the comments, because I do read the comments. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you around the galaxy. Take it easy.